Hi, I'm Chris Denny with Attention to Detail, attentiontodetail.com. This is a question I get surprisingly often. Big picture versus detail-oriented. Like, what's the difference? And the thing is, people ask it as, are you big picture-oriented or detail-oriented? And here's the thing, they don't have to be mutually exclusive. You can be both, and it's not complicated. Now, you might have to set up a system, maybe reminders to remind yourself to include one or the other in your daily thinking, but they are not mutually exclusive. Yes, people often have a tendency for one or the other, but you will find that people who are more successful are both. They're probably very good at being big picture oriented, but they also understand the importance of the details. And the details get taken care of either by themselves, because they are also very detail oriented, or because they hire it out, they outsource it, they figure it out, they set up a system, they automate it some way. So it could be that they enable themselves to focus on the big picture, to think about big picture, to think about goals in the long term, and then they have someone who follows up behind to make sure that things are done properly. So again, not mutually exclusive. You can be both, and it's not that hard. Think about Steve Jobs. He was notoriously detail-oriented. Do you think he left the big picture out of things? No way. He changed the world because he was so visionary. Later on, Google something like Steve Jobs, Google, yellow, something like that. There was a story where on a Sunday morning, one of Steve Jobs' main reports started getting emails or text and a voice message from him. And it said, hey, on the iPhone, on the Google app, the yellow in the Google logo is not quite right. We need that fixed. Steve Jobs, the guy who was changing the world, was worried about the color of yellow, the shade of yellow in the Google icon on the Apple phone. That's the sort of thing we're talking about here. He just kept these sort of details in mind. Now, other people would fix it, take care of it, but he never let go of how important those details were, even though he was off the charts big picture oriented as well. So that may be an extreme example, but you'll find it all over the place. Go find the most successful person you know and ask them how they make sure the details are taken care of, because they definitely respect the details. They may not want to deal with them themselves, but they understand the importance of it, and they probably impact them directly, but probably have someone else taking care of those details and making sure that they are up to par with their standards of quality. So, big picture versus detail-oriented, I don't think it's a versus thing. I think you can be both, and that's going to be important to your success.